Homelessness, a problem that affects all aspects of society. In Santa Barbara, the issues surrounding homelessness ripple into our community's ability to provide adequate housing and to feed the poor, to the cost of health care and the patient load in our emergency rooms, to the crime on our streets and police services, to the tourism industry and the economic health of local businesses. All the issues are interconnected and the solutions complex. Two recent efforts undertaken by the city and the community are showing positive results by providing data that will help put a face to the issue and get people the help they need to pull themselves off the streets.
Restorative policing is best explained by the department's approach to people that are chronic problems, nuisance problems. Typically what we find are people that are homeless or soon to be homeless are trapped in a reoccurring state of either mental illness and or drug dependency. And we get called when they're involved in some nuisance-related problem resulting in negative police contact. As a result, they just keep entering the system, going in, getting incarcerated. Eventually they're back out on the streets.
The police department establishes personal contact with this population with the goal of breaking the cycle of citation, incarceration, and addiction.
I think we're building credibility with the people on the streets. We're building alliances with other care providers and people that we can draw from for their expertise. Ultimately, the idea is to get them back on track, to get them into a care facility to address their personal needs.
Officer Keld Hove is assigned to the Restorative Policing program and is out on State Street and in the Milpas area on a daily basis.
None of these people really prefer to be living like that. There are just so many things that have gone wrong along the way, so many missteps, so many wrong turns, that it's difficult for them to unravel it. But when you get into the conversation and it's in the inevitable that you are going to jail for that violation at the time, the options on what can we do so we don't go back to this again tomorrow, the next day, and so on, is what comes up. And then we'll make the plans to I'll pick them up the next day at jail. If they get extended jail times, I'll come meet them in jail, I'll talk to them in jail, and I'll line up programs for them. Programs could be reunification with family. It could be going back to a place that you have better success. Maybe you've been in a program somewhere else before. It could be the local detox center first, so that you can prepare yourself to go out and then take on these bigger things.
In the first year of the Restorative Policing program, the police department transitioned 75 people off the streets. In the second year, that number rose to well over 200. In one success, Officer Hove was integral in helping a homeless man originally from the San Francisco Bay Area.
A man has been on the streets for 25 years, in town for 10 years. He was a good, strong, hard-working man that had enough pride to not accept what he was in, but couldn't find his way out of it. He used to work with gorillas up at the Gorilla Foundation. Coco, the signing gorilla from the fame of National Geographic 25 years ago, he used to be a handler of that gorilla. Got him into a program, got him detoxed, got him into a program, went to his graduation. Following the graduation, well, just before the graduation, lined him up, asked him, do you want to go back and work there? Because he talked so passionately about it. And he said, if I can, I'd love to, but I don't think I can. So I asked him permission, he gave me permission, I contacted them and lined up a job for him. He got back to work with the gorillas again.
The police department is finding that the Restorative Police program has benefits to the department as well as to individuals on the street.
It does reduce our calls for service because we're talking about the people that are 90% of our problem. 10% of the people we deal with are 90% of the problem. They draw the biggest draw on our community. They take up ambulance services, they take up first responder services, they take up beds at jail that need to be made for other types of crimes. So when we can address these people, it does have a significant positive effect on services for the community.